how disappointed are you by this kind of hold-up?
I'm really disappointed by this delay. It's absolutely ludicrous. It seems like people are finding all sorts of reasons not to do the common sense thing. And if you look at what Bristol is known for, this morning I was at the Bloodhound SC, the fastest land vehicle on earth. They're really pushing the boundaries. And yet it seems as soon as you get our local decision makers involved, everyone's finding a reason why not. They say that there can't be any kind of rail enhancement until 6,000 houses are built at Filton. We look at the kind of infrastructure we have around us and you see planners making the wrong decisions left, right and centre. Our transport infrastructure is simply not good enough. Our roads are gridlocked. There's going to be further development that's going to further gridlock it. To say that we're not going to build anything until there's a crisis is so short-sighted. You can probably hear from my voice, I'm incredibly frustrated. People from across the city and from across the region have been making the case as strongly as they can, from businesses to residents to young people who need access to jobs. We have enterprise areas in Avonmouth, which is really exciting. People need access to those jobs. Young people can't afford car insurance. They need public transport. The elderly need public transport. It's just a no-brainer, and I can't believe we're not doing it. It's a real disgrace on the city region's decision makers.
You know, this isn't just over the last year that this kind of idea has been battered around. You know, how important is that we do get moving on things like this and not tarry around?
If we want Bristol to be the city that we always wanted, we say we want it to be, you know, country leader, we've got to get on and do it. And you're absolutely right. Regeneration starts with transport links. In many ways, cities and the country is like a body. It needs veins and arteries to get blood to it, and it needs capillaries. You need your local route lines to link up local communities. If you don't link up local communities, guess what? They die. They degenerate. Business moves away, and they become little islands. And what's so frustrating is this has been done before. We talk about progress, we talk about being modern, we talk about all these things. But the Henbury Loop Line actually was up and running pre the beaching cuts, which I think were a disaster. You talk to people who remember going on the Henbury Loop Line, going to the Blue Lagoon in Severn Beach. This actually used to happen. Look, Isambard Kingdom Brunel built 100 odd miles of railway over virgin land through a big rock face and built 2 whopping great stations either end as well. He also built a bridge over a tidal river with several hundred feet drop beneath it. All we're trying to do is open up existing railway to passengers where it's really badly needed. I'm sorry, but I don't think there's any reason not to do it, and I think it's real testament to the lack of ambition of the decision makers of this city. I don't want to hear any talk about Bristol being an ambitious city in terms of transport while we've still got this ridiculous decision hanging over our head.
What are you going to do about it?
All I can do, I would like to stump up the money and get it built, but what I can do is continue to make the case as I've been doing. It's incredibly frustrating. Continue to make the case, enable businesses to continue to make the case, and to be honest, continue to make it so embarrassing for the decision makers who are making such disastrous decisions for our city that maybe they'll see